Now let's take another data set, that is a plotting now categorical or count variables, a set or a data frame with 32 observation or 11 variables. Now this is what is a detailed data set. Again, I would like to suggest you, if you are doing it simultaneously with me, fantastically done. Let me search this empty cars data set. So I will show you what is empty cars. I am giving you right from the basic, and from basic to the top we will go. Not to worry. Let me go step by step procedures, because this is the way in which we can learn better. So, so here is it, your data set. It is better to know what you are doing it. So it is always good to put everything into the detailed analysis part and then go further. So here is the data set which talks about empty cars. Empty cars are referring to motor trend car road test. So motor trend car road test is the whole name or full name of this data set called empty cars. So this data set, way back, most of us have not born, but I got a chance to see that era. So data set was extracted from 1974 Motor Trend US magazine and comprises of fuel consumption at 10 aspects of automobile design performance for 32 automobiles, and 74 models were put it into across for analysis. What are the variables? Let us understand the format of the data. I request you, always take a time out to understand and create the data set and use the data set right from the top to bottom and understand what kind of variables are there. Most of us are such a good analyst that we come up with the fantastic results, and once it comes to the explanation of the results, we are gone, because we have not seen the backbone of the data or foundation of the data. So here it is the 32 observation, 11 numerical values are there or variables are there. It talks about, first one is referring to mpg, miles, US gallons, and this is cylinder, number of cylinders, displacement cu in dot in, and HP horsepower, gross horsepower, draft, rear axle ratio, weight in lbs, then mileage, then vs, then engine v shape, then transmission, then gear numbers and forward gear things. So this is the way in which things are being evolved in the data set. Let's go to the data set. Let me call the data set. So I'm calling inbuilt data set by saying data bracket start empty cars bracket close. So this is, I'm calling the data set. Now I'm calling the names, what all variables are there. It is showing 11 variables. Now this is the structure of the data. So structure of the data, 32 observations and 11 variables. Can we apply another command here which we have applied earlier? So this is the summary command. Default command is being taken. Empty cars will be shown as a data set. So we will pick that up and run this. So here is the summary where MPG has got minima 10.4, first quartile 15.14, medium is 19.20, mean is 20.09, third quartile 22.80, and maximum quartile. So this is the way in which we do the analysis portion is concerned, and detailing about these aspects are there. So this is the way in which we start doing the basic analysis. We understand what is their minima, what is the average, and what is the medium here. Now let's take why we should do the count. So why count code? To count the variables in the data like gears and the cylinders. So this is why we need to see the count. So we create a counts, that is a frequency table counts. So here is the frequency table counts for our gears. So this is the gear. We picked up a gear as a variable. So here we have created gear as a variable as a count. Now let us put the bar plot against count main cars, L x-axis number of gears. So gears is the first variable we are picking up, and we are trying to create a bar plot. So here is the bar plot we have created. So this is the bar diagram we have created of gears. Now again, let us see what is there. We are trying to refer the horizontal axis here, which is true. So we are putting, instead of vertical bars, we are using the horizontal bars. Can we put the color in it? Yes, we can put the color. So what we have done here, we have used the bar where vertical bars are there, number of gears, but we want it horizontally because it is not looking as per our requirement. So we will go to this, and what we have done, the code remains almost same. At the end we can say is equal to true, so we use it as a vertical graph. So here is the vertical graphs of our cars. Now let's go to the color combination, because we need a colors. So color is blue being used, so we can change the colors depending upon the nature of your own. So here is the colored, once uniform color has been picked up to showcase our horizontal bars of the cars. Now we want to create again different colors. So what we will do, will do the color code change. So here the change of color code with the three different bars, I've got a three different colors can be demonstrated. So this is the way in which the extension of graphical analysis are also being covered by some extent. But I have graphical input analysis separately on the fourth day. Don't you worry about it, that we will do that in a great sense and knowledge. Let us understand variable we have done it. For moment I commit a mistake in the spell, it will not come. Now let's change the details to blue, red, yellow. So this is going to bring the blue, red, yellow. So you can interchange it. So this is one of the best aspect of our R analytics, that you can able to do the detailed EDA analysis. Now let's see how to improve the visualization using qplot. Qplot with respect to plot called scatter plot. So earlier we have seen the impact of scatter plot, if you remember. So let me take you to main cause of our discussion, which is basically how to improve the quality of this in general. So this scatter plot which we have created, as I told you, that we have created a scatter plot, and do you think that scatter plot is easy to remember? Let us go to the, first of all, to the slides of mine. Yes, here we are. So if you go to the slides, just see on the slide we have created a comparison. And yeah, here, as I told you, that we want to identify some trends from these scatter plot, we are not able to do it. So we are not able to do it. What we will do, we will use a command called this command called pq. ggplot is a library. So let me see this going to be bring the situation in a right manner or not. Let us put it into 30. Okay, so let's go to the R again and see whether this diagram can be improved. Now let's introduce the another best tool as a library, and this is a package called ggplot. So how to load the package, just see how to load the package. Now we will go to the packages. The moment we will go to the packages, you will go to install. Once you will go to install, this window will open called repository CRAN, and everything is in CRAN, and you can use only default, otherwise it will create a problem for you. Leave it into default. Just type ggplot2. So here it is going to come. So just plot it, use this plotted into packages and install it. Here you press the button, and if already the library is installed, it will open this window and say one or more the packages that will be updated by installation are currently loaded. Restarting are prior to updating these packages strongly recommended. So say yes. So our system will update your package. So any update comes into the system will be evolved by this. So here we are making the backup of the session. So this backup is going to be great, and it will be useful as advised by the system. You may ignore it if you do not want to update and work on the existing set of the data. So let me see how it is going to bring details. Give me 1 second because R is restarting, and next time onwards I will not update it. This is the first time so it is best, and it is really fantastic if you can take a spend few minutes on doing this exercise in front of a live class also, because it will give you a great idea. Otherwise what will happen, I have attended many workshops, I need to take all participants at the same level. So this is being done. Now I will be using the relationship between sepal length, sepal width, three different species, and try to see and plot q plot between sepal dot length comma petal dot length, which is equal from data iris with the color species. So now I am going to run this command. So this command is run, and go to the plot. You will find the fresh plots coming soon. It is taking time because we have committed one error. Okay, plot not found. So let me take the plot in first. So let me call the function called qplot here. So install the qplot here. So this is installing, and once it is installed it will function, because I have also downloaded yesterday. I forget that most of the libraries I need to use it because I updated my version with my class. So once you have called it, now please call the library. Do not forget to call the library function also of the item you have installed. So for example, you have installed qplot, call the qplot as a library. So now you are running the library. There might be some error. Let's call it again. If it is not going to function, our function will not work. Okay, again error. Let me check. Again some error is there. So this is what is a major issue, that if you do not use qplot, okay, this plot is not available. Let me check how we can rectify. Installing, no problem. So it will create some conflict for us, and might be that command will not function. That is a major challenge. But if it is going to work in the existing set, it will going to bring you the clear indicator. Don't you worry. Don't you get worried about it. The idea is to show you how things will function in a better manner. Let me go to the another aspect and clear the history here. So here I'm calling the library again. It's already done, I suppose. Wait for a second. I'm going to run this. Okay. So library is called off. Then we will go to the plot. So this is going to work. QC plot. So look at this. Here is your, this is the zoom where you can zoom your plot. So you can see the trend in the system. Yes. Can you see the trend in the system? In the one system it won't work, but once I change the parameter it started functioning. Can you able to see the plot? Give me 1 sec please. Yes. What are your observations? Let me zoom out and put this in. What are your observations from the diagram? So when you, let me take it to the slide, so it will be very easy for you to understand what has happened in the diagram. So look at the diagram, you can easily understand the trend of 3 different varieties, that too in the color, and you can find from this scatter plot some trend, some segmentation, that this particular segment is setosa, this green color is vesicular, vesicule or vesicular, and this is vernica. And if you go to the back to the previous slide, you may not find any head and tail of this. So let's compare 3 products together and see how beautifully the Q plot has come in your STUM for analysis. So let me put into comparison. So here is the comparison of 3 together in general. So I'm just trying to make it comparable for both the plots, or 3 try of the plots. Look at the first situation, look at the second situation, look at the third situation. So which one is better? Just see the situation and see the comparison between the detailing aspect is concerned. Which one is better from your perspective? So Q plot is much better visible, and it gives you insight out of your plot. Give me 1 second because I'm sharing the slide, and this is the full slide which I am taking you guys there. So yes, everything okay, okay, no problem. So you will find this whole comparison between a basic so-called scatter plot where no trend is visible. It is difficult to find out the trend, and until unless you find out the trend, analysis won't take place. So analysis will be possibly done using this Q plot, and it gives you clear indication and gives you categories. So here you will find the categories, and here is your I think you can variably use this thing. So here is your categories. So where is the draw? So you look at this particular portion. This is one area, this is another area, this is another area. So this is what is the basic aspect of our system which we have seen from our analysis. Let's go back, because I think we have already seen the juggling of softwares and details of analysis through which we can talk about. Let me move into escape. Let me go into the escape portion. Yes. Yes. Let me escape. Slide share. Little bit stuck in the slide. let me go back to new share. Yes, I'm coming back to the share now and going to the details. Press Alt to show. Yes, correct. So here I am. I'm now again sharing the slide with you, rather screen with you all guys, and coming back to the details. So here is my complete screen show. So you are back. So you will find this beautiful figure and it is useful for its our analysis. Let's go ahead. We are now trying to create another plot with the Iris stosa flower having closest petals. So this is QC plot which we have used it for our analysis right now. So you will find such a beautiful figure in front of you. Now the size of your dots has been increased. The petal width 0.5, 0.10, 1.5, 2.0, 2.5. So this is the way in which the analysis is created more beautifully using power of graphical analysis of R. So this is what is the whole process. Here we are trying to see stosa flower closest petals and details in this. Let's talk about adding labels into the plot. So what we are doing, we are using a code qplot sepal.length, comma, petal.length, comma, data arrays, color species, axis, sepal length, y-axis, petal length. We defined the axis. Main aspect is sepal versus petal in the Aris dataset. So we are trying to create labels here. So labels are being run here. So here we have used the labels. Let's see how it is going to comprehend. So here are labels shown on the vertical axis and details have been shown with the name. So until unless you put details into the process, it won't work. So this is one of the major aspects which you can utilize for whole process, and whole details can be seen with the more beautiful diagram. So now we can plot inline. So this is the scatter plot. Can we do a line plot? So qplot sepal.length, petal.length, data arrays, GEOM, GOM is equal to line color species. So now let's use the color plot with the lines. So instead of dots, instead of scatter plot, the line plot has been used. So this is also one of the aspect of exploratory data set, and this helps us to make you understand better details of these aspects. So not to worry, but these things are really useful when you try to apply new software for analysis. You must follow step-by-step guide which I am already sharing with you, and this particular guide is being actually demonstration session, and in these demonstration session we keep on discussing the details. Now use the plot vis-a-vis role of GOM is to get the plot like scatter, line, etc. Format here gplot data is equal to axis can be defined. This is the raw code being written. I'm using ggplot instead of qplot. I'm shifting to ggplot now. Now let's go into the ggplot. What is the aspect of ggplot? Look at this aspect of ggplot. So this is the ggplot, and this actually gives you situation like histogram, and these histogram aspect can be well settled down properly. So this is what is the whole process of its demonstration. Now let's use the colored plot ggplot. This is ggplot is also quite similar. That is why I have used the ggplot. Now let's go to the ggplot GOM points. So it will be better image. Only advantage and difference is they are better defined, and aspects has been shown off. So there might be some error, so we missed on that graph. So we can, or we can to remove many brackets here. So this is one of the major aspect. You can remove the very brackets, and let's do it very simplified way. So function error comes, and it is quite often that while doing exercises you might come into the errors. You remove the errors and then go ahead, don't you worry about it. Let's understand the details. We only specify colors and shapes on the factor variables. The factor numbers representing category of variables like goods or a bad qualitative variables, factors, etc. Let's go to the another data set called empty cars back. See the structure and use the item of ggplot. So here I have plotted for gears, and the details are in front of you. You can see the detailing. Let's go to the ggplot of iris histogram. So here it is, histogram is plotted. So I am showing a lot of details, and these details are of great use. Here different histograms are plotted. We have done the details, we have done the aspects of detailing. Now let's go to the plot of box. Let me see it is going to work or not. So this is going to function. So you will find here the box plot analysis also, histograph analysis, bar graph also, scatter plot, and line chart. So let us put an end to this. This is the last visualization approach which I am showing you using the data. So this is one of the critical data analysis has been done by three different varieties. You can zoom it and see the impact. I will put a close to this for your own understanding. Now the portion wise, item wise analysis has been shown, and you can clearly bring the straight line from the points where points can be joined the straight line. And this is what is the today's takeaway from our discussion of exploratory analysis. House is open.